Welcome to Business Express, everyone. Smooth 98.1. Huh? Yes, there we go. There it is. Smooth FM, Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. This is Business Express for the next 15 minutes. Hello, Pepple.
Hi, Shepway. And for the next 15 minutes, we've got Rotus joining us. Good morning, Rotus.
Hey, good morning, Shokwe. Good morning, Victor. Good morning to all our viewers and listeners out there. Good to be with you to start the week again.
That's right.
Yep. And Rotus, please, do we have a cost analysis of what the rain does business-wise? Because it's rain?
There was, I think it was in the Punch newspaper, or was it Business Day? It was on the back page. They talked about how rain shuts down Lagos and its costs. Yeah, it's pretty shameful that heavy rain brings the city down to a halt in terms of productivity, what it costs as far as traffic, the floods. It's a disgrace, to be very honest. A real disgrace.
It's been raining for 3 hours and the whole city is flooded, I tell you.
Yeah,
free of charge.
We're swimming everywhere.
Just, as far as the gutters, pollution, the way the city's been designed, the potholes, it is just incredible how rain can shut down a city. It's just it's shameful. It's really shameful.
Well, there are several ways to be part of the show today. WhatsApp is one of them, 0809 4440981. Share your experience with us. Also, Twitter, Smooth 91 FM, and we're streaming live on YouTube, Smooth 91 FM Lagos.
Yes, you can leave your comments up on that live stream as well. There are different platforms that you can join this conversation. And this is an interesting one, right? Rotus, I love how you managed to bring the big sporting news from over the weekend into Business Express, because we're going to be talking Carlos Alcaraz, youth, and Nigerian leadership as well, because we've got 160 days to the poll, and things are in the offing. So tell us what's going on.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, if he just won the US Open a few hours ago, the youngest Grand Slam champion ever, and you just had to see how the crowds, I mean, it was a capacity crowd at Alcaraz Stadium. The way they've been talking about him now for the last few months since he won a couple ATP titles. The guy is just thinking about what youth brings to any event. So whether it's a business event, whether it's an economic event, whether it is a sporting event or entertainment, there is something about youth that just excites people. Youth is fresh, youth is new, youth is energetic. Youth just brings something out from people, and just watching this guy and how well he has done, he excites crowds. And the thing is, he brings. I think he had the shot of the tournament. I can't remember who he was playing, whether it was Tiafo or I can't remember who it was, but he had this incredible shot where he was running in one direction, the ball was behind him, and he now hits the ball behind his back, and he still manages to win the point. He's just done this incredible thing, and I think is, when you look at where we are going, as far as the country is going, and the repeated calls for youth to take over leadership in this country, it really does fall on us. And that's really where this comes from, in that if Nigerian youth want to push this country in a new direction, where we're no longer complaining about how rain can shut down a city, or are no longer complaining about fuel subsidies and how they need to go, or are no longer complaining about old ideas and things that have been rehashed. We really, with this election coming up, as far as where we're going, as far as, I mean, who else but a youth will be able to feel the pain of the lack of jobs? 64.1% of Nigerian youth are unemployed or underemployed. Who else than a young person can actually feel that pain and identify with them in order to be able to put the kind of policies you need forward in order to create jobs? We've had people who've been talking about creating jobs for youth. I think that is aside from power and corruption, youth unemployment in this country is one of the biggest issues that we face, that fuels insecurity and so on. Who is talking about creating jobs? So I don't know, just watching Alcaraz and what he's accomplished so far, and just not even not Alcaraz himself, the way people have responded to him, the way people have, the youngest Grand Slam champion ever, he's number 1 in the world now. Again, youth is, we need it. That's why we're a young country. Majority of our population is young. So we really have to, step it up as far as youth are concerned. So I mean,
I don't know about that, Rotus, because I feel like age ain't nothing but a number in this country, especially with what we see from our youth leaders. Why ain't there? Geriatric cares. I'm just.
It's on us, so Shopper. It's on us, so we're the ones that have to make that decision and make those actions. And I'll use that to dovetail into the next topic, right? Yes. Our president, who is old, right? He has just on Friday inaugurated a new economic council. Can you believe that? Can you, with less than how many months to go to an election that he's out of office, he's gone. As far as he's a lame duck president, as far as we're concerned. He just inaugurated a brand new economic council, saying that they are needed to brief him on the issues that the economic issues that the country is facing. So Doyin Salami, who was already his chief economic advisor, who is already heading another presidential economic advisory council, is the economic council, the lead for this new one. The Minister of Trade and Investments, is it Nia Adebayo? He's there. I think Zainab Ahmed, Minister of Finance, is there. Gordon Emefiele of the CBN is there, and a couple other people. I just wonder, what advice are they going to give him between now and when his term ends? Is it on May next year or what? Or is it?
Rotus is Rwanda out of the council.
I thought he wasn't mentioned in this new one. He's on the older one. He's on the presidential.
Now, you know, I asked that question intentionally because he's been writing a lot lately, and it perhaps doesn't sit well with the present administration. How can you be on the Economic Council and you're telling the truth, like it or not? Because he's been writing the facts, and they're like, okay, maybe you should go back to writing, and we just rejig. Because I see that the vice president is still a part of this council, the CBN governor, the finance minister. The team is just a rejigging, really, and taking off some people.
Yeah, and thank you. The vice president, Osibanjo, heads the NEC, the National Economic Council. He heads another council, right? So there's so many councils all over the place, and yet, in fact, today's headline in This Day newspaper is it comes from Rewane's Lagos Business School breakfast chats that he has regularly, monthly, where he talks about the fact that the 152 billion naira in fuel subsidy projections exceeds the budgets of all 36 states, right? Essentially he's writing again. So there he is now again with another thing. And the president has not listened to this fuel subsidy thing at all. He's made no attempt to gradually remove it. He has not looked at what it's costing the country in terms of the budget deficit projections that Zainab Ahmed, who is another person that does not support subsidies, who is also on this council. I mean, the whole thing is just vibes. It's just done for optics. It's not really meant to, make any type of difference, which is why, again, if I told you that Naira Marley was on an economic council, your ears would perk up and you would react one way or another, right? He's a young guy, and he's new, he's fresh. But this is the point I'm trying to make, right? And I'm not saying that we should pick him to be on any economic council. I'm just saying that having a fresh look or a fresh take on these issues is what this country needs. Because here you are again with a council that is just, as you aptly said, it's a rejigging. You're just putting the same old names in the same old positions, and nothing is happening. Nothing. It's just. You just sound repetitive. You're talking about the same things, because again, the key thing here for anybody who is listening, the issue here is that the existing councils, economic councils, have not done anything that has, moved the needle. Doyin Salami I think he was picked so that he would be shushed and kept quiet. He released a report, it was last year or the year before, where he talked about the number of dead assets in the country, how they need to be sold off for revenue. He talked about removing fuel subsidies. He talked about our debt service to revenue. It came to nothing.
Now that he's, on this committee, I want to see what he would do from all the things that he's written in the past.
Victor, you should have asked, I want to see what he would do when they made him chief economic advisor. This was a few months ago, was it late last year? He was made chief economic advisor to the president, and we haven't heard a peep from him since.
Let history be our teacher. I think we can already predict the future. Real quick, let's take some messages that have come in from Benga Akamu, who says, let me read from most recent. He says, the way those on 11 kVA line have lights these days must be studied. Also says, Rotus, leave Baba alone. He's just going through the motions. People are looking at the candidates now. He had 8 years to do the right thing. Until after elections, we know what will be done by the new, that's when we'll know what will be done by the new government. And he, talking about the rain, he says, when it rains in Lagos, you have to bring to the fore your knowledge of topography and geography to navigate the roads. Traders complain that the sales are slow when it rains. And Gilbert Musa from Festac says, on youth dominance in sports, let's cast our minds back to the early / mid 1980s in Nigeria. Nduka Odizor was impressive in international tennis tournament for Nigeria, but did we follow up? And on rain shutting Lagos down temporarily, did we as a country learn from the destructive floods in Kaduna in 2003 and in Edo and Kogi in 2012?
Now everyone's talking about Alcaraz. He's 19. I don't know what I was doing with my life when I was 19.
Oh man, I was dreaming about the future and what I was gonna do when I was grown up, not knowing that nowadays that's grown up, y'all.
All right, let's take this one from Lenin, who says, Rotus, can we analyze the rumor that the federal government wants to institutionalize the N-Power schemes? Is that true? As that would be to constitutionalize the payments.
Yeah, I heard about that rumor. I still yet to confirm that it's actually true. But in reality, again, you look at, as far as youth is concerned, job creation, what have we gained from the Empower scheme? They put out all these graduates for these programs. Were they able to put them in any jobs? That you can make all the job programs you want to do, but were you able to place those people in actual, who is hiring them? You know, so again, it's not a new idea. It's nothing fresh. Even if you institutionalize it, what difference is it going to make? I heard it. I haven't confirmed that it's true, but even if it was true, institutionalize all you want. Are you creating any jobs? You're not, because nobody is hiring the people that you're putting out from this program, which is one of many programs that Nigeria has for youth that just has not worked out. And that is just, again, we need fresh ideas, fresh blood. We need a new way to look at all these things. And one is just, you're just not seeing it, you're just not seeing it at all. So I'll try and confirm, but let's even assume it was true. Don't see what difference it would make.
All right, and that's that, folks. So if you're young, go ahead and do something in politics, please. We're waiting for you. And also go and check us out up on social media. On Twitter, we are at Smooth91FM. All your conversations, tag us in, and do not forget ever to tag Rotus in at Rotanquote. That is his handle on Twitter, Instagram, anywhere else?
No, that's it. Twitter is.
Cool. All right, and that is that for Business Express. Coming up is going to be great music on Smooth 98.1 as we count down to 7:30 at Freshly Pressed. Rotus, thank you, and see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
So someone sent a message again.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.